Right now, we are with Mr. Thabile Mange, right here at VMC Planet Radio. Mr. Thabile, good evening. You are welcome right here at VMC Planet Radio, as always. And I like the fact that you are joining this program religiously. So we really appreciate you so very much.
Thank you, Braston.
But today is a very interesting day because we are talking male abuse in an indifferent society. And this book was written by somebody you know very well. And if we were to say, can you speak about this person in a third person, I don't think there's anybody else that can describe that person better than you.
Good evening, Braston. Thanks for having me. Today we're talking about men abuse, a silent sketch. It was written by one Thabile Mange, published in 2020. The publisher, it's Mange Media, and then it's priced at 200 rands. It's a self-published book, so it can be you can get it from Thabile Mange. At 072 575 0066.
That number again?
072 575 0066.
0066. Now, this is a very interesting book, and it takes a man who's actually brave to actually write about this topic, especially men abuse. How many books do you know that are in this topic?
Quite a few. Quite a few. Men abuse is not a selling point. So many writers or authors they totally disregard it. They know that if they write such a book, not many people will buy it. So there are quite a few.
So when did Thabile Mange decide to write this book?
In 2020.
And
it was published in 2020.
So how long did it take for the book to be written?
A year.
Exactly a year, right?
Exactly a year. All my books, exactly a year.
So what prompted Thabile Mange to write this book?
Men abuse is disregarded. It's ignored, totally so. And yet men are dying, as in physical, emotional, and spiritual. I felt the need to highlight their plight, to say to the world that there is this sketch called men abuse.
So before you get to that, now you're talking about this sketch. Does that mean that perhaps men will never be seen as victims?
I don't see it happening in our lifetime. In fact, it will never happen. It's simply because of our physical build. We are built in such a way that we are stronger than women. So our physical build simply means to other people that we just cannot be victims. In fact, we are perpetrators. So it will never happen.
Doesn't that promote masculinity?
Come again?
Doesn't that promote masculinity as well?
Well, it does, but in a wrong way. There's nothing wrong with masculinity. But then if masculinity is seen in a way that males are not victims, then it is seen in a wrong way. Because they are victims. They are victims of abuse. Especially in the hands of women. Yes.
Now, when a man is abused, how does it make this particular man feel?
The same way as it makes a woman feels. I'll make an example. When a woman abuses a man, say she physically abuses him, and he goes to the police station to report the matter. When he gets there, they laugh at him. So it hurts. So it feels the same way as women. It's just that men's pain is not expressed enough.
Now, you feel a pain, you cry, you are called what?
You are called a sissy.
So, are men allowed?
No men want to be called a sissy.
Are men allowed to cry though?
Yes, they are. It has been proven psychologically that crying is part of healing. Then when you suppress it, it's a problem because at the end you'll do something that you're not supposed to do because you've suppressed that pain. When it comes out, it's a bomb.
So a man is supposed to cry so that when the pain somehow come out, this particular person must not explode, right?
Yes.
Now, is this topic well researched before it was written?
Yes, this topic was well researched, and victims were also allowed to narrate their stories. Some were not keen. Let me rather say many were not keen. They didn't want the world to know that they are victims. They didn't want the world to look at them as sissies. But fortunately, there are those who are courageous enough to say that I will tell my story.
Now, when writing the book and interviewing the victims, did they say at any point that you can write my name, I'm happy, so that people can actually understand my plight?
Yes, they risk. They allowed me to write their names, and the risk is that they can face libel. Myself too, I can also face libel. Yes, there are those who have agreed that their names should be printed on the book.
Now let's talk about the person who actually wrote the foreword. Who is actually a gender activist. Is it a woman?
No, it's a he.
Oh, it's a he.
It's a he. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Come again?
No, I was just checking just to make sure.
Oh, it's a he.
Now, the people that needs to buy this particular book, do they necessarily have to be male, or women can buy this book as well?
Both male and women. The issue about men abuse is that there is not much awareness. Many people are not informed, and as such, they are not empowered to deal with this challenge. So both male and females can buy this book so that they are empowered.
Now, the writer aims to achieve what in this book?
To raise awareness on this issue. Like I indicated, that there is not much awareness that is being raised. So the aim is to raise awareness so that people can know that male abuse is there and it's happening.
So beside the awareness and the plight of men that were interviewed, when one reads the book, is there some kind of solution and solace that they can get?
Of course, there are probable solutions. Like, for instance, the writer advises the government to support the victims, to create an environment for counseling. Yes, there are.
So is there, in the book, a place where when they read, they are able to say, okay, I came across this passage in the book and it directed me to, let's say, a place where I need to go and join other victims like me, or where I can be able to get help?
Yeah, especially government agencies. I've written some few numbers where they can call. But the problem is that they don't have confidence.
Or in the system itself? In
the system, yes. Just like us not having confidence in the police.
Okay. Now, tell me, how many chapters do you have in this book?
It's 6 chapters.
And how many pages?
I think it's about 100 pages.
Now, if you were to critique a book, what area would you critique?
That's a tough one. I'm the writer.
No, but I know as a writer, there will be something that you might say, you know what, perhaps I should not have phrased this thing this way. People might construe this to mean something else that I did not mean.
Please allow me to leave it to somebody else. For me, I feel that I've done my best.
You know what? On that note, I'm not going to ask you how many stars do you give it.
No, please don't.
Allow me to also review the book on the next issue of Beat Inc.
Yes.
Now, thank you so very much. Give us the number that people need to contact you to get the book.
Yeah, it's 072 575 0066. And I'm also on Facebook. It's just Thabile Mange. And then the email is thabile.mange@gmail.com.
Now, on Facebook, his name is Thabile Mange. And then on email is thabile.mange. Did I get that one right?
Yes, .mange@gmail.
.mange@gmail. Thank you so very much for coming through.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you so very much. That was Thabile Mange right here at VMC Planet Radio with a very, very interesting book. The book is actually called Man Abuse, a silent sketch tackling male abuse in an indifferent society. And it is actually written by Thabile Mange himself from Mange Publishers as well. And if you want to publish a book, you don't know anything about publishing, all those numbers that we provided, please get in touch with him on Facebook and also on the number so that you can be able to publish your book. And you can also contact me via my Facebook is Mboneni Stan Mulaudzi on Facebook. You can go onto the inbox and check me, and if you want the book, I will always relay the message to